Sit down, youngster. Sit down. Good evening, everybody. Listen, over dinner a few weeks ago, a poet you may have heard of, John Cooper Clarke, was talking to his friend Martin Newell, they live in my hometown, about what you have to do if you want to be a good poet. And they concluded that you really should read a lot of poetry. But if you want to get really good, you have to learn how to parody poetry alike. You have to take it apart and put it together like an antique clock. And with that in mind, you may recognise the style. This is a love song to a poet who I didn't realise was the influence he was all those years ago. This is called I'm After Johnny. Will you let me be your Johnny Clark? I want to be the dog that barks. Will be the voices in the dark watching box sets of Poldark. Will you let me be your school caretaker, your Saturday night defibrillator? With you I'll be the masticator. Could you be my blotting paper? Will you be forever home and call, not text? It's called a phone. Expect to give the dog a bone on your coffee. I will be the phone. Will you react favourably, put the baton in boulangerie, read my poems out in threes, foreplay horizontally? Will you love me like a horse? I've got the house brand special sauce, eat kimchi till my voice is hoarse. Our loving will be coarse, of course. Will you be my final date? I am implying mortal mate. Don't delay, don't hesitate, might not be bad, might not be great. Will you listen to me moan on Nishi's shack? That bird has flown. I want to pack my dripping phone in your sack of sushi rice. I feel like I should say this is all work in progress on my way to Edinburgh. But I'm not going to Edinburgh, these are just work in progress. I've been writing short ones recently. I don't think poems have to be long arse. Here's my proof of theory. Of late, there's been a spate of people passing off short phrases with pauses as poetry. It ain't. This may appear to be chaotic, because it is. This is from the front page of my website, thebardofbroadstairs.com. This is another quick one. It's a metaphor. Only a fool wears a cagoule when it's not raining yet. He soon finds it wetter inside. He's all hot and yet. Heard of a poet called John Hegley? Yeah. Right. I went to see him the other night. We went to see John Hegley, a poet working steadily for decades, dropping readily pictures, poems, songs and prose. Misintroduced as handily, he never sounded headily. At times his lines were said dully with teachers, master of the form. 69 on 12 he came with Keats by way of Marlowe. All the same, we only had ourselves to shame for our ham sandwich deal. He had a special table for people who were able to call him friend, though he supposed people I know. And in the end they laughed and cried. Why was I in the least surprised that on the spot it ended on the F in mandolin? Yeah, that's for a broken He's trying to do his broken notes about that one, because I don't understand it either. Now listen, I don't have any trauma to talk about, so I'm going to read a poem about somebody else. A little bit of satire there, if you're still with me. She might not even be 5 feet tall, but if I'm really honest, I'm afraid that is all I know about her. She wears her winter coat all year round, and smiles the way your granny would if she was still around. She always takes the same route home every single day. Her shopping bag is not quite full. I don't know how she pays. She does not say a single word. Her secrets stay that way, but if she spoke, I'm sure I'd see she's lived far more than me. Hey. I've been called prolific. I think that's what the word said. The arresting officer wasn't confused. I post a new poem every 2 days on Facebook, so if you're interested in this stuff, Nick Goodall, you'll find me there. Recently I did this one, and it attracted more comments than anything I've ever written. And I thought, why? What is the insight I'm making here? What is the social comment? No, it was because I always put a picture, an original picture up with each poem that kind of illuminates it. And I put a picture of the contents of my fridge. Top tip, everybody, never post a picture of your fridge, because people will zoom in and judge you. Trigger warning for this one, this may contain a reference to chocolate. That's my way of saying look out for the reference to chocolate. It's about love and my fridge. In the refrigerator of our love remains leftovers of desire chilling, with the dishes best served cold. In the cool bag of our love remains consomme stains and mashed plantains. In the icebox of our love, midst cold cuts and crisper, is the absence of whispers. I'm very thrilled to announce that I actually have a residency. I have 6 consecutive days during the Broadstairs Folk Week, 12th to the 18th of August. You can see me for at 3 o'clock every day in the chapel in Broadstairs if you really have that masochistic side to you. I was born in northeast Essex, which up until a few years ago was a completely different place. It had an accent and everything. It was kind of a bit like Suffolk, and I have this vague memory of what my childhood accent was like, and I'm going to try and reapproach it now. You don't know, so who knows? This is a nod to Martin Newell, of whom I spoke earlier on. This is called Found Him Dead with an Acrobat. Twisted round her little finger, half a clown and part-time singer, hire wire act, bit of a minger, ex-stunt double for Corporal Klinger. Found him dead with an acrobat, diclofenac spread round flat, duvet bunch round plates of meat, fish for dinner, special treat. This is what the papers spat. Found him dead with an acrobat. Hoping for a decent send-off, garage flowers, hacking corf, skin on fire, heart of ice, try the rhubarb, really nice. Elephant ears, Dactari's trunk, gluten-free, still got him drunk. No one knew, but no one asked, thought that he'd been played for laughs. Tried his best, then failed at that. Ready reckoned, scored as a twat. Didn't mean to hurt the cat, found him dead with an acrobat. Found him dead with an acrobat. Went in first, but last to bat. The dirty, rotten, stinking rat, found him dead with an acrobat. And finally, do the train one. My word. You know what? I'm going to address that with no. Top tip for any aspiring poets or performers, really be careful what you do. Because the one you think nobody's going to ask for, they will ask you for forever. And I do this poem, which is the Lord's Prayer about the high-speed 1 route from St Pancras to Broadstairs. And that's it. And it's become a bit of a cult classic. So for legal, religious and copyright reasons, and the fact that I'm now exclusively contracted to South Eastern, I'm not going to do this. However, I guarantee for you, Louise, for you, I will do it every single day during Folk Week.
Deal.
That killed it, didn't it? Right, okay. Now listen, let me finish with one, which I quite like. Thank you very much, first of all. It's been what a fantastic evening it's been. My name is Nick Goodall. As Zara regretfully pointed out, I am older than him. I can't figure out how to use Instagram. So I need somebody under 60 to show me how to use it, where I am poetry performed and apparently posting once every 23 years. Your stretch homework for tonight, those of you who are poets, is to write a poem about somebody else. That's killed it, hasn't it? No, I can't do that, man. Can't do that. I can. Okay, here we go. This is about several somebody else's. You may recognise yourself. You can tell that he had once lived there. That's his hat on the ironing board, propped against the wall, the way he leant, but slightly less substantially. There is the spot where she once used to take her morning selfie, not to document how she aged, but filtered to lie to herself that she had not. Here is where they came and went, after a fashion made their own, yet they did not leave a trace of their intense limerence, not even their hats. Thank you ever so much, everybody!
It's always such a pleasure to hear Nick's work. I never ever get tired of it. Another big round of applause!